Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we are checking out a debut blade from the Deadman Design Company. This is the Elixir. All right, so the Elixir. This thing is pretty stinking cool. So the owner of Deadman Design Company reached out, and he was trying to put together a pass around group so he could check out, or so a bunch of people could check out his debut blade for his brand new company that he is starting up. So I'll leave that sticker right there. And he had shared just some photographs of this, and I was like, heck yeah, I would love to check it out. So finally, we got to check out the Elixir. Now, this was a Kickstarter, and I think I'll try to put the link in the description of this video. But the Kickstarter basically has been approved, and all of the backers, he is hoping they will start getting their blades probably about November, but probably December. And he's looking to get these out to distributors sometime in November, but definitely in 2026. So it might be a while before these become available, but it's still an awesome blade. And it's awesome to see new companies coming out with a really cool product that hopefully you guys will be able to get a part of in the upcoming future. So let's take a look of the knife. You have a titanium frame lock, which is really stinking cool. So a titanium frame lock opens itself up for all kinds of different customizations and anodizing and everything else. So this could be one of those offerings. I like how some blades will come out and then all of a sudden there's all these different people doing custom work to them. And this like I said could be an offering to do that. I could totally see that. You have the titanium backspacer. I like the way that he did the jimping. So it's not like just your regular jimping that goes across. It's kind of like little cutouts up here and back here at the backspacer, just little cutouts. And I think that's different and it's unique and it looks pretty cool. And he did it on the spine of the blade as well. It's almost like doing some file work on a custom blade. I also like the pocket clip. The pocket clip that you see, no hardware on the pocket clip. So if you are taking this knife apart, the hardware probably is on the inside. It definitely has a crease here, so that clip does come off of the scale, but you actually don't have to take the clip off to take this all apart, which is a little bit less work for you to have to do. It is not reversible, so you're not going to have to worry about it anyway. So if you need to access this blade and need to service it and take everything apart, you could do that. You take all of these screws out and it just comes apart and you're looking pretty good. These look like T10s and the pivot is a T8, I believe, based off of the size, but you guys can see that. I like the tumbled finish on the titanium and the tumbled finish on the blade. And I like the maker's mark and the little design that they have. That is pretty stinking cool that is going to be the logo for his company. And it's done very well, and I kind of like it. So you have the opening hole again, frame lock with a steel insert. You have the nice opening holes. Ah, yeah, and you have that nice sized blade. We'll talk a little bit about the size here in a second, but I love the dual grind. You have the hollow grind here, and then you have the flat grind up at the tip. So you have a more robust tip, and then a little bit more of a slicey edge back here where the hollow grind is. It is plenty big enough in the hand, and you get that nice jimping right back here, and it gives you a comfortable grip on the blade to be able to make sure you're doing any of those cuts. You have that, like I said, that nice tumbled finish. Looks very nice. And this one happens to be in Magna Cut. So that is really cool. Another excellent offering. Access to the lock bar is good. Um, they do not have the extra cutout or anything, so you'd be able to do that. But they have that nice little jimping or that little file work right there on the lock bar. that gives you plenty of grip, and it's nice and smooth. Um, Opening gives you that nice titanium whack, but closing it is interesting. When it closes, the detent is very quiet. Like it's it's almost hitting something soft in there, but it's not. There's nothing there, but it locks up nice. It's not going to come out on you. Uh, it's nice and strong detent, but not too strong. You can reverse flick it. You can thumb flick it. All very, very well. Uh, Really quality blade, good size, not too big, not too small. I like the height of it, and the overall package is not terrible either. So um, I am looking forward to seeing what this is and how much they will be, etc., moving forward. But that is going to be really, really cool. So let's get some specs on this really quick. Just so you guys know, the early bird special on this design was $280 to get on the early release of this blade. So I don't know what they will be when they finally hit the market. I have no idea. But they were Kickstarters, and now they got approved, and they are in production. So overall, we're at 7.44, just under 7.5 inches. Blade length is um, oh boy, 63 to 64 HRC, and Riot is the OEM. Okay, cool. I'm looking at all the specs now. 3.25 with the blade, so we're looking at just about a quarter, and that's going to the front of the scale right there, with the sharpening edge just a little bit under 3.25. Let's look at some size comparisons while we have this. Here it is versus the Rat 2. So that gives you a pretty good example of how long it is. It's really not that long of a blade, but with that blade shape being nice and tall, it gives you a great profile. And again, with the Civivi Elementum. So it's not right along the size of those two, and probably very close to the last, which is going to be the Para 3. Let's move these out of the way a little bit. And so you guys can really see a good example of that. So it's a little bit longer than the Para 3 just by a very tad bit, but the handle is going to be right around that same. So that's really cool. So yeah, Riot OEM, based off of the Kickstarter website, which is all that they have. They do have a website, but there's really not much on it right now. So all the information is going to be on the Kickstarter for this. But gosh, 63 to 64 HRC on Magna Cut, stone wash, compound grind, full titanium with a steel insert, titanium clips, titanium hardware, a nice whack, nice package overall. What do you guys think of this? I think they knocked it out of the park. What a cool offering. So, I don't know exactly, guys, where you're going to be able to get these, but keep an eye out. You can check them out on Instagram, and they will be available to you. But hopefully, come December, we'll see more of this and see when they'll be available. And if I can get a chance to be able to share that information with you guys, I certainly will if you're following along. So thank you guys so much. You guys are really awesome. Please remember, subscribe, like, leave a comment, and don't forget to check out Deadman Design Company or not. That choice is always yours.